My dear friends, on this 13th Sunday in ordinary time, the gospel today is one of those moments when Jesus speaks with a clarity that sometimes can make us uncomfortable. Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Whoever does not take up his cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Whoever loses his life for my sake will find it. These are not gentle words. They are not comfortable words, but they are liberating words. Because Jesus is not asking us to love our families less. He's asking us to love him first so that we may love everyone else better. So the gospel becomes an invitation to radical belonging. Jesus is not competing with families. He's revealing the deepest truth of our identity. We belong to God before we belong to anyone else. When Christ is first, everything else finds its proper place in our lives. Our relationships become healthier, our priorities become clearer, our hearts become freer. Putting Christ first does not diminish our love for others. It purifies it. It stretches it. It roots it in something eternal. We see in the first reading the story of the Shunammite woman. We see hospitality as holiness. In the first reading, the Shunammite woman welcomes the prophet Elisha into her home. She doesn't do it for a reward. She doesn't do it for recognition. She does it because she perceives God's presence in him. Her hospitality becomes the doorway to blessing. Her generosity becomes the space where God works a miracle. This is the heart of today's gospel, dear friends. When we welcome God, God transforms our lives. When we welcome others in his name, God transforms them. So we'll see whoever gives even a cup of cold water, we'll see in the gospel, as Jesus shifts the focus from grand gestures to simple acts. A cup of cold water, a small kindness, a moment of compassion, a willingness to see the dignity of another person. In the kingdom of God, nothing done in love is small. This is the good news for us all. Because most of our lives are made up of small things, small choices, small sacrifices, small acts of love that no one else may notice. But God does. God sees, God remembers. So today, Jesus invites us to take up our cross, not just suffering, but surrender. When Jesus says, take up your cross, he's not romanticizing suffering. He's not making it look cool. He's inviting us to surrender our pride, to surrender our need for control, to surrender the parts of our lives we cling to more tightly than we cling to him. The cross is not just the place where Jesus died. It is the place where love triumphed. It is the place where surrender became salvation. To take up our cross is to say, Lord, I trust you more than I trust myself. So today, what does this look like for us? What does this look like in our lives? Putting Christ first might mean choosing forgiveness when resentment feels easier. Choosing truth when compromise feels safer. Choosing faithfulness when the world encourages convenience. Choosing compassion when judgment comes naturally to us. Choosing to serve when we would rather be served. It might mean welcoming the difficult person. It might mean offering a cup of cold water to someone who cannot repay us. It might mean loving someone who cannot love us back in the way we hoped. Every time we do this, we are welcoming Christ himself. And so today I leave you with these words, dear friends. Before Jesus asks us to welcome him, before he asks us to take up our cross, before he asks us to put him first, he welcomes us first. He receives us. He embraces us. He loves us with love that does not wither. We can put Christ first because he has already put us first. We can carry our cross because he carries it with us. We can welcome others because he has welcomed us into his heart. So today let us ask for the grace to put Christ first, to welcome him in every season of our lives, and to recognize him in every person we meet. May our lives become a place where Christ is always at home and where others encounter his love through us. May God bless you and have a beautiful Sunday.